Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today it is time for the April update of the deck of panning, Project Pan. This was started by Emily and Max. I will link her video down below. She goes over the rules and everything. Let's just get right into the update. I'm gonna randomly pull here. This is the Urban Decay eyeshadow in the shade AC/DC. My goal with this was to use this. What the heck was my goal for this? Actually really low. It was only 5 times. I only had to use it like 3 more times since the last update to get 5 times, and I did that. So I can roll it out. It's nice to use to change things up when you're like tired of using like your boring old neutrals, and it's not as intimidating to use as it appears in the pan if you're someone who doesn't really love like colors outside of the neutral family. This actually plays quite neutral in a weird way, even though it's like purpley blue. So that was an easy one to hit my goal on. I am setting my goals a little bit lower in this project because I'm using this project more to rotate makeup more so than, you know, hit really crazy goals of finishing things or, you know, using things for a really long period. Yeah, I was kind of surprised I only put that in for 5, but I guess that makes sense given that I'm just trying to rotate stuff. The next product is the Laura Geller blush in the shade Boysenberry. So this one was the marbly looking blush that has like cool and warm tones all mixed in there. This is a really pretty blush. My goal for this was to use this 20 times, and the last update I thought I met that goal, but I didn't. I still had to use it another 6 times, which I did do. So I met my goal and I can roll this one out. And yeah, I still feel the same way about it. Really nice blush. I think right now I'm at the point with most of my blush where I just like everything. I do genuinely like all my blushes. I'm still trying to figure out if I want to keep all 23 of them, and it's been really hard figuring out how to pare it down. And these Laura Geller blushes have tons of product in them, and they will be around for the rest of my life if I want them to. So I do enjoy them. I think they're really, really nice, but I also do on some level want to pare down my blushes. It's just, yeah, trying to figure out what. For now, it's gonna stay in my collection. Anyway, my next product was Queen Tiffany by Bare Minerals. For this eyeshadow, my goal was pretty low with that too. Another 5 times usage, and then I can roll it out. So this one hit my goal pretty easily. It's just a very shimmery, like, comes off copper, but then also sometimes pulls a little purple. Very, very pretty. I did really enjoy using this. I can roll it out. I did use it up 5 times, but yeah, I really liked it. It's very versatile. It's very easy to wear. I have to like think back to how I felt about it because I feel like with these products, I rolled them out a while ago, so I kind of just like out of sight, out of mind. But like, I do remember and always felt like this eyeshadow always was a good one, and it's one that always stood out to me to keep, so I'm really happy with that. Then I had the I Heart This eyeshadow, the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow. I have to hold it back here because the glare, it like turns white the closer I get, but yeah, it's that like silvery kind of taupey glittery shade. This was for the prompt something glittery. Most of the top is that no longer has that like imprint in there that they have, so that's pretty cool. And it's just a super dry formula. I don't know if it was always that dry or just got more dry over time. It is a little bit older in my collection, but it's still usable, still wearable. Yeah, I actually found a way to pair this with one of my year-long Project Pan products. It was my MAC Pigment in Rose, and it actually looks really, really good with that. So I'm gonna try to actually use this a little bit more, because I didn't hit my goal yet on that eyeshadow in my yearly Project Pan. So I think I might as well just keep it in my, you know, current rotation just to kind of get more use out of the other one, since I know they pair so nicely together. So I think I'm gonna do that. But yeah, I do like this. It's one of those eyeshadows I have to kind of watch because yeah, it is getting more dry, and it isn't one of those shadows I don't think I like wearing by itself. I kind of like to pair it with something else like in the crease. But yeah, I'll have to keep my eye out on it because it just, I think because it's more dry, it makes me not as interested in it. I probably have very similar eyeshadows that perform a little bit better. Let's get into the stuff that I did not meet my goal on yet. So there are 3 left. So the first one is the Toca Perfume. This is in the shade Florence, and I think the prompt was just fragrance. So my goal for this is to use it 10 times. So I used it 7 times, so I still have 3 more times left to use it. And it was one of those perfumes that I wasn't sure was really me. I was maybe thinking about decluttering it. It turns out I really, really like it, and it's nice. It's a nice change from the other two perfumes that are like in projects right now. It smells like honeysuckle. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I don't really recall what honeysuckle smells like, but that sounds right to me. I don't know. But I do really like it. So it's been a nice change to use this, and I'm more than happy to keep it. So I only have 3 more times left to use this. Yeah, I'm thinking about just keeping this until the summer, so might as well get as much use out of it during the spring window as I can. Yeah, because once summer comes along, I get more into like body sprays and stuff. I had to change the angle because the glare was getting on my nerves, and I'm kind of blind right now because my glasses had horrible glare, so those are shoved at the back of my head for now. Anyway, gonna keep this in until it hits up June, and then switch over to like body sprays or something. For my next prompt, it was something D brand, and this is Benefit's Dallas blush, and I know Dallas isn't a brand, but it was the only thing I could think of that began with a D in my collection. My goal with this was use it 10 times. Here's the color, and I managed to use this 7 times, so I still have 3 more times left to go. I don't think it's like an exceptional blush, it's just like an enjoyable blush, which is good enough for me right now. So I will continue to use that 3 more times. Product that matched my shirt, which was a dress when I was making the video, and I ended up picking the e.l.f. Matte for Matte palette in Nude Mood, and I actually picked 3 different shades. So I had like a snow leopard or leopard print type of top, and the 3 shades I ended up picking were this last shade right here, and this shade right here, and this shade right here. So the goal was kind of low, 3 times for each of those shadows. I actually only met my goal on shade number 3. So this one I did use 3 times. And this shade I used twice, so I have to use it 1 more time. And this shade at the end here, I have to use 2 more times. So that doesn't really surprise me. This really dark shadow right here, it's like a really dark gray. I don't know what strayed me from it. I don't know if it's just like really patchy or something, and I just like would rather use other stuff, but we'll see this month how that works out. Even if it is patchy, I can play with it and make it look nice, I hope. So we'll see how it goes, but yeah, I only used it 1 time as an eyeliner. I think this palette in general just is not the most exciting palette, and there's other things right now that are a lot more enticing than this one at the moment, so it's still a good palette. I just haven't been as attracted to it as the other stuff in my collection, so there you have it. I'm gonna pick 5 cards. I know that I'm going to hit my goal on those 3 products between now and the next update, so that will give me 5 brand new products to work on and focus on once those do roll out. My goals are just so low these days that that's not an issue. So everything's in here, Joker's in there, all that stuff. First one is the 8 of Clubs. 8 of Clubs is a powder. Next card is the 4 of Clubs. It is a highlight. Okay, that's cool. I haven't had a highlight in a while. That works. I'm gonna pull from the middle this time. King of Spades. When you get one of the faces, I think that they just say red or black. I don't think it matters what the suit is. So, newest product. I definitely got that prompt before, so we'll have to find my other newest product. Whoops. All right, next one is the 5 of Diamonds. 5 of Diamonds is a spring product. All right, that's good. I like these prompts so far. And last is the Queen of Clubs, which represents another project pan. To represent another project, it says spread the love, showcase a product you perhaps would have liked to participate in but couldn't add it in. All right, so I will think about what these are and we'll be right back. All right, I am back with my selections. So for the first one, the King of Spades was my newest product. Over Christmas, not only did I receive, you know, the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette, but I got this with it, which I never talked about on this channel yet till now. So this is the Ilia Small Wonders, one of their like sampler type of things, I guess. They're both black mascaras. This one is a balmy gloss tinted lip oil, which is very interesting. I'm very interested to try that. And the last one is a lip wrap hydrating mask. So I've heard a lot about this brand, and I'm definitely interested in trying these, but I kind of, you know, I was kind of hesitating cracking any of them open because I still have 2 mascaras right now. There's a lip oil I'm trying to finish up. Yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna go with, I guess, the balmy gloss tinted lip oil. And I'm really curious how this formula is. Right now I have the ColourPop Luxe Lip Oil right now, which is not really a favorite of mine. I don't really like it that much. I'm trying to finish it, but hasn't really impressed me in terms of lip oils, but that's the only one I ever tried. So I think that I'm okay starting this one and seeing what this is like. This kind of has a very similar smell to the other one that I have, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not. This is a really pretty color though. Look at that. It's just like a pinky flush. It's not like totally like a nude pink. There's definitely a brightness to it, but not super bright. I think I'm really gonna like this. I think I'm gonna like this a lot. I'm gonna shoot for 10 times on this. We'll see how I like it. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that. It's about time I opened it up and started using it anyway. Oh, what's the shade? I'm sorry. It's called Only You. Cute. 8 of clubs, it said a powder. Now, I'm assuming that means any kind of powder product. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with face powder. So for this one, this is gonna be a little different for me. This is the e.l.f. Mineral Blemish Powder. And normally for this powder, the way I would use this is honestly just for when I was breaking out, or if I had a blemish, I would kind of pat it on that one little zit or whatever. But the thing is, this product is super old and it just doesn't get used that much, because if I do need to use a product for a breakout, I have the Mario Badescu healing powder. So I usually tend to go for that one. I actually started using this as a face powder to see if it worked for all over the face, and I guess it was fine. I don't think I want to finish it right now, but I do want to get more usage on this because it literally just sits in my dresser, not really touched too often, so I need to start either using it or finishing it. So I'm just gonna use it as a regular face powder. Honestly, don't think it does anything crazy to my skin. It's not like a very drying powder. I don't notice anything like any weird side effects with it. So I think it'll be okay to use as a setting powder. We shall see, but I'm gonna try to use this 10 times as well. And for 4 of clubs, it says highlight. I picked actually these 2 highlighters in this palette. This is the Revolution Iconic Lights and Contour palette. And this one is getting close to being decluttered. It's starting to have this weird, like, old powder smell. Not very pleasant. But I do know I like the highlighters in this palette. The palette itself is just, like, okay. It's like, whatever, it's fine. It's usable. I like it when I use it, kind of a thing. But, like, other than that, it's just kind of... I don't have any highlighters that are these exact shades. Like, I have just like a white highlighter, but it has like no really obvious like duochrome or anything. It's just like a pearl, a simple pearl highlight. It's just white, and I love that. And I don't have any other highlighter like it. So that's like the saving grace of this palette. I could probably toss this whole thing out if it wasn't for this. And then on this end, a little bit peachier, kind of sort of pinky peach. I don't know if you can see it, highlight, which I like a lot as well, I think. But I think this will be the perfect way to use those highlighters before I either declutter this entire thing or decide if I really love those 2 highlighters as much as I think I do. I think I like them a lot. I was just kind of surprised because I didn't even think I liked those at one point, and then I used them recently and like, these are really nice. So I don't really know what I think. So I think this is perfect for me to try to figure that out. So anyway, I'm gonna go for 5 times each. Next prompt was 5 of diamonds, which is a spring product. Any product that reminds you of spring. So I'm gonna go into my trusty old Take Me Back to Brazil palette that has like a crazy rainbow of colors in it. And I'm actually going to use an eyeshadow in here that I never really reach for ever. So we're gonna go with the yellows here. We're gonna really go out on a limb for this buttery yellow color right here. Would pick a green, except I have a green in my yearly project pan that I'm trying to use, and I'm barely getting enough use on that, so I don't want to make it more complicated. But yeah, I'm gonna try to use this really pale butter yellow color, which would be really interesting since I don't really ever wear yellow on my eyes. That's a very odd color for me at least to put on my eyes. I want to try and use that 5 times. So looks pretty chalky, but there it is. Yeah, it's chalky, but I kind of like that. That means it's not going to be as super crazy and obvious. And I could probably blend it with other things and it might work out. It might work out. So 5 times on the chalky buttery yellow eyeshadow that I never usually wear. Last product is 5 of Diamond, which is a spring product. This is Editing Jen. The correct prompt was representing another Project Pan, so I chose Partners in Creams. And Partners in Cream, I always really liked that project and I loved watching people's updates on that. I just figured I was already doing a yearly Project Pan. I already have cream products in that project, so it kind of felt a little like overlappy sort of, so I just never did Partners in Cream. Anyway, that's the one I picked because it just seems like a nice project, and I never did that project before, so I just randomly picked that one. I'm gonna go with this Coral Crush by Maybelline. And this is a product that I think it was my recent declutter video, I was thinking this might be on the chopping block. It isn't a color that I've worn too much, so I think this will be the perfect opportunity to really get some usage out of this and figure out if I still like it and want to keep it. It is older though, so there's that. But it doesn't smell off. It smells the same way it smelled when I bought it. And honestly though, I think this is very promising because this is kind of where I feel my lip colors are headed towards, like this kind of a color, even more sheared out than this. It is a creamy formula. It's not super matte, so I think it'll sheer out really, really nicely and just look like a really nice, healthy color for my lips. So I think this will be really good to get some usage on because in general, I do think I need to use this more anyway. So yeah, I'm really excited to use this actually. So I'm gonna shoot for 10 times with this lipstick, mix it with like lip gloss and make a really pretty lip gloss color out of it. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I really, really like the prompts that I ended up picking this time. I got lucky. I'm really excited to use everything. They were products that deserve to be in a project, so I'm excited about that. Oh, thank you guys so much for watching this update, and I hope you guys stick around to watch future updates. My yearly Project Pan update is coming up soon, as well as another empties video. I'll talk to you later. Bye!